President-elect Trump is preparing to remove the United States from the World Health Organization. During the first term, he was very critical of the organization. So what more do we know about those plans, and what kind of impact could that make?
Well, the transition team hasn't said anything publicly about the idea of withdrawing from the World Health Organization, but we do know that in 2020, in fact, President Trump then did withdraw from the World Health Organization, or at least started the process of withdrawing that would have been completed in 2021 in the summer of that year. Of course, President Biden took office in January of 2021 and ended that effort to withdraw from the World Health Organization. But it does stand to reason, and our team has spoken with one official here in D.C. who is a part of the World Health Organization, who said that he's been informed that there is a plan for the United States to withdraw from that organization fairly quickly after the new administration comes in. And this really does raise some concerns. While it does fit in line with what President-elect Trump did last time around, during his administration last time around, it raises concerns about influence in that organization. There is some thinking here in the United States that it is an organization that needs some reforms. At the same time, the belief is that if the U.S. pulls out, instead of pushing for some of those reforms, that it leaves a vacuum, and that countries like China would step in to fill that vacuum, and that it would have an outsized influence on some of the global health policy decisions that are made within the World Health Organization and the United Nations, Yamiche.
Yeah, well, another question with a lot of questions to go. So, Aaron, Julie, thank you so much. And joining me now is the lawmaker that we just heard from, Tennessee Republican Congressman Tim Burchett. So thank you so much, Congressman, for being here. Merry Christmas Eve. We played what you said about the speaker vote next month. You said you think that President-elect Trump will ultimately decide who the next speaker will be. But I'm wondering, is that really how it's supposed to work?
Well, Washington, ma'am, you see all these political scientists, and there's a reason they're not in Congress, because it's all just theory, and politics plays into it. And Donald J. Trump is the biggest dog in the pound right now, and I think he's going to make a huge decision in this, and he will sway a lot of people.
But it's interesting, you yourself have said that you're going to make the decision that you want to make. But do you think that President-elect Trump has absolute control over the House conference to pick a speaker, given that 38 House Republicans, including yourself, justified him on the debt limit?
No, ma'am. Actually, with the debt limit, we were hoping we'd have some expenditure reduction so we could kind of meet in the middle on that. And as far as that goes, President Trump, I think he understands the Constitution very well, and he understands he's elected president, not emperor. And he's a bargainer and a negotiator. When I raised the speed limit in Tennessee in the state legislature, I think I asked for 85 and I took 70. So he is literally the art of the deal. He gets it.
Yeah. Well, we've seen everyone from President-elect Trump to his son to Elon Musk threaten to primary challenge Republican lawmakers who don't fall in line behind Trump. You haven't even taken your seats yet in the new Congress. Do you see these threats as empty? How worried are you yourself about maybe being primaried if you don't line up with everything that Donald Trump wants you to do?
Well, I'd be lying to you if that wasn't in the back of my mind. But the reality is I represent the hardworking people of East Tennessee, the 2nd Congressional District, and they're the ones who make those decisions for me, I guess you could say. But again, let's look at the reality. What are we going to have, a 3-person majority or a 5-person majority, whatever? A good case of the flu, ma'am, and the Democrats are back in the majority. So I think the reality is that he knows he's going to have to work with us. And good and well, there's not a Democrat out there that will work with President Trump unless they switch parties.